Welcome to episode number 126 of the BEBC
BS
Podcast.
126. Man, it's like we're in the super accelerator.
It just keeps rolling along.
It does.
You know,
But we keep meeting a bunch of very fantastic player parents and fans, and thank you all.
Yeah.
We're happy to say hi. Happy to meet you.
Stop by and say hello.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like the podcast, just say hello. You
Yeah.
can tell us you don't like it.
be nice. We try and be nice.
They can be mean, and they can tell us what we need to do to improve. I'm
Yeah,
all for
just
that.
no handsies.
Don't touch me.
We handle mean good.
Yeah, we've been known to handle mean good. We've had mean come to us, people. So
Oh man,
we've had experience in that arena.
No,
I think it's been more coming to me.
I think it was more misplaced anger issues.
Yeah, but it came to us. It certainly came to us.
Yeah.
I still have the letter.
And you guys did a very good job of listening, being good listeners.
Yeah, you weren't there.
I know.
Yeah, you.
That's why I'm complimenting you guys of being a good listener.
I wish we could have recorded it. We'd go back and watch it every week and get a giggle. So
Well, you got the letter.
I do. Have
We could have surrogates read it.
No, I don't want to read that.
yeah, you need to frame that and put it on the wall over
That's true. It needs to go
Okay.
on the wall.
All right, done.
That's true. It's on my credenza at work. I see it every day. Just a reminder.
Yep.
All right.
And then that lady from the 7-on-7 to me and Alan. Alan's yelling at the guy to get off there, get your fat, we're off the field. That woman walks by and says, "We're going to pray for you every day because y'all are horrible."
Well, irregardless of 7-on-7, someone needs to pray for you every day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I like that.
Allen wins 38-14 over McKinney.
Victory. It was a slow start.
By 24.
That was a good.
Nolan
call.
called it. Yep, Nolan
He called a
it.
24-point win, and he got it. So, very good, sir.
Thank you.
Are you betting on any games today?
One.
Which one?
Ooh, pig.
What's their line?
Actually,
You're actually betting for them to lose.
5.5.
You're taking the spread and
5.5.
going against Arkansas.
A&M.
They're 5.5 point underdogs. I tell you.
Underdogs. Yeah.
The refs will figure out a way to mess you around on that one.
Well, he'll let them know about it too.
Oh, man, that Cowboy game. There were some teed off people when that field goal kicker
Thursday.
missed the field goal.
Oh yeah, because that blew the.
That blew the point spread.
Point spread.
Yeah. Wow. Well, it was another victory for the Eagles.
Yep.
So that's always good to move to 3-0 in district play.
Pretty even passing versus running attack. 233 yards passing. 163 running. That's relatively balanced. I don't know.
Not really.
Relatively. Come on, Noah. Work with me here.
Yeah. It is what it is. So the 126th game in the history of Allen Eagle football was the last game of the 1972 season. So
Yeah,
we're
when we
about
get
to
up in the
ours.
in the mid 70s, we're going to have some people that.
That game, if you remember last week, they lost to Farmersville.
Oh right.
28-22 to move to 5-4 in the season. They finished the season up playing I don't know, is it Nevada or Nevada?
Nevada.
Nevada.
Yeah, it's confusing. Nevada Community. That's hard to fathom.
Other side of Lake Levon.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Over by Lowry.
How
Lowry
Allen has
Crossing.
grown and they have not.
They've grown a little bit. It's
Well,
kind of like Will's
depends on what
Point.
side of the lake you're on.
Yeah, Will's Point, Nevada Community.
They beat Nevada Community
Yay.
13-7.
There was only
burn
4
burner.
people over there back then.
4 people.
Yeah.
They only played 2 quarters.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they did have the harvest, so a lot of those kids weren't able to participate.
Yeah, they went to 6-4 in the year, 3-2 in district. Did not make the playoffs. that year.
72. Okay.
So that game ended their season. The 126th victory. I meant to do this last night when I got home, and I forgot I was going to go back and look at the McKinney series. I can't remember when the last
Well,
time.
hang on. Let me try and get some participation.
We're still in the undefeated
Somebody
season, right?
somebody for a $25 gift certificate.
What?
Woo!
$25 gift certificates. Who was the head coach for the 1972 team?
Ooh, there we
Who
go.
was the head coach? Let us know.
We got to figure that out too.
Yep.
Because someone could just say it, maybe, oh, okay, but you need to fact check.
When did?
Well, yeah, but it's got to be. It's got to be
I
quick.
have an idea who it was, but I'm not going to say because.
Okay.
I got an idea too, David.
The
I'm
120
not going to say either.
Ironically,
KG.
1983, the 126th victory in the history of Allen Eagle football. I said ironically because guess who they beat?
McKinney.
McKinney.
Oh, sweetness.
Listen to this.
By
score.
24 points.
10-8.
Maybe
Oh.
not by 24.
That is not 24. We'll do the math real quick.
Wow.
To move to 5-0 on the year.
Okay, so who was the quarterback that got sacked in the end zone?
Or did they go for 2?
Hiked over his head, right? Yeah, or go for 2.
Yeah, so 10-8, they beat McKinney. That is pretty ironic.
82.
1983.
3. Okay.
1983.
83.
5-0 on the year, 1-0 in district.
Well, you alum out there, enlighten us.
Crazy. Well, we got to travel to the crown
don't
jewel
get me started
of
on that.
Texas high school football.
Vomit.
Those seats suck.
I want to say this first of all. The PA announcer last night,
Excellent.
thumbs
Very
up.
good.
Much better.
Thumbs
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Why can't everybody be like him?
Right.
Doesn't overtalk anything.
Don't say too much. Exactly. Don't try and describe every aspect of the play. And,
Yeah.
You don't make it about yourself.
It's
But
Uh-oh, we have a but.
no. There's
yes,
no-
yes. Whoever was working the scoreboard and the music,
Oh yeah, well,
Too
yeah.
much.
too much. When you're
I
playing
guess it's too much. to ask for
Aerosmith over
perfect.
the band,
Our band,
I
their
pointed
band.
out. No, their band. Their own band.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that.
give it
last
a
night.
rest. Yeah.
Yeah. Too much.
It was a lot.
Come on, McKinney. Be
Honestly,
better.
dude, where
Be
you
better.
sit over there, McKinney's band is very loud.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
From
Excellent.
sitting right there.
Excellent band.
But
Well,
I'm
that's
sure
still-
ours is. If you're sitting on
the
the
other
other
way,
side
too.
too, that's
Yeah.
why they need to be in
That's
the
why
end
it sounded
zone
weird,
where,
'cause it
where
was
they can be,
reverbing
so
off of
everybody.
yeah,
can hear.
yeah. That's what we were hearing.
Yeah.
That sounded off.
So you were getting a blast of McKinney band, you were getting a blast of Aerosmith or whoever.
Yeah.
And it was
Walk
like,
this
whoa.
way.
And then they'd run it up just to the pre-snap too.
Yeah.
When we had the ball.
chop it off.
Which is
That's
That's what your
that
band's
didn't
for.
bother me. Yeah, that doesn't bother
And
me.
they did plenty
No,
of it.
band just played all the way through.
they
They didn't
didn't
stop.
care.
And we're not
But
going to
yes,
complain.
it was. Let
The thing.
let the play
Let the bodies.
do the talking is what it did, and I mean, it just didn't. Oh,
There you
it
go.
was not.
he was great.
Yes,
I don't know who it is, but kudos to that
Yeah,
gentleman.
good
He
job.
did a very fine job. So finally, we get to applaud somebody for that. Are
Are we going to have an Announcer of the Year award?
We should. We'd be that guy.
he does
This-
all of McKinney.
the stadium itself, and we've talked about this before. You know, the first time we went to that stadium, we sat front row, upper deck.
Right. Because we love front row, upper deck.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
never
a good
do that
viewpoint.
again.
And you've got to be short-legged to sit there because that wall
Is right
right
up
up
on you.
against the seats. So we said never again.
And you're kind of in a hole, too. You're sitting.
You sit down.
Oh,
right
I
down.
walked by those people. I walked by those front rowers, and they were all same. They were like their knees. They couldn't touch their feet. Couldn't touch the floor because their knees
Hey,
were propped up.
You know, they just ought to take out the whole front row all the way
They
across.
should.
they should
Yeah.
because that's
Seriously.
just
That
there's
way that
no
somebody can
room
walk
there.
in front of us too.
Crown jewel.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, it's just not comfortable.
No,
I don't know.
Those
Something about
seats
it.
drive me nuts.
But it's a small enough stadium that we can go up to the top of the stands and be fine and see everything.
Bear.
The seats were still uncomfortable.
We can go up there and yell at people to sit down because we can't
Yeah,
see.
exactly.
And go home.
What a symbolic gesture he gave us
He
too.
did give us a symbolic gesture, didn't he?
You're number one.
Yeah. Thank you. You know who you are, and I know you're listening. So thank you for the love that you showed us.
I thought he was a snob at first.
Yeah.
He just wouldn't react.
Well, it was funny because we yelled at him enough, and then he wouldn't do anything, and then we finally got under his skin.
And I'm not sure at what point he heard us. I'm sure it was early. But,
Well, they were the only ones up there.
well, and he's a very patient person.
Yes,
Having
he
to work with special ed,
Yeah.
it takes
Yeah,
a very
don't give it
patient
away.
person.
That was funny.
Like us.
Yeah, we're so patient. Go
I
on.
know.
When did you see
No,
Steve?
special ed like us.
Special ed like us. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I thought you were talking about the
Speaking of special ed,
Yes.
McKinney's the Texas A&M of high school football.
Why do you say
Dude,
that?
I did not get any of that stuff from their student
Their
section.
student section.
Their
Yeah.
student section is pretty rough, but also you're going around calling your stadium the crown jewel of Texas high school football. You got 2 concession stands, one on each side, one line.
Oh, but they had kiosks. They were selling drinks. That little.
I don't care. That's pretty broke. Here's the thing: you think you're good, but you're mediocre. You're always going to be mediocre, and if you just accept it, it'd be good. But just like Texas A&M, you think you're all that, and it's going to be another 80 years till you're relevant. So
This could be
there
one
you
of
go.
our highest listened to podcasts.
I was going to say, now that we've offended every
The
Aggie
most
listener.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're a
He's
Hook'em
not
family.
wrong.
We're a Hook'em family, so
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, be
Not
better.
all of us are
Prove me
Hook'em
wrong.
families.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
You
No.
were.
Yeah.
Let's
No,
scrape
not all
that,
of us are
Let's scrape
Hook'em
that
families.
tattoo off under that Razorback.
That was
see,
so
see what
long
we
ago
find.
when I was before I was spending
Before you
all
got
my
smart.
money
Yeah,
and
before you got smart.
all my money went to the Arkansas.
Good luck today, by the way. And I in the picks,
I know y'all are.
I picked
I know.
Arkansas. So
Uh-huh.
I'll be rooting for them, even though I don't like them very much either. But 38-14, as we said, Allen wins. What a great night for football, though.
Yeah.
Temperature-wise.
Beautiful weather. Little light breeze.
Getting close. We're getting close.
Yeah, David actually wore long pants last night.
Perfect weather, football weather.
Yeah, I wore shorts, so hang out as long as we can. We got an off week next week. And we'll just put it out there right now.
Yes.
Anybody interested in joining us, we have made the decision to go watch Lovejoy play Melissa. Oop.
Yep.
Actually, it's Melissa at Lovejoy, so it's at Lovejoy
Yes.
High School. We are.
That would have been cool if it was at Melissa. We could go see that.
Oh, that would be
you
cool.
know, I've never been to Lovejoy. So I live out here. I've never been to their stadium. So
Well, it's not that big.
but we get to see Todd Dodge and his high-flying offense.
Vaunted
now.
offense.
He
Yeah.
seemed to have got it fixed. You know, they lost their first 2, but they've been rolling ever since.
Yeah.
They scored, 76? They didn't play last night, but 2 weeks
Homecoming.
ago.
Homecoming, yeah. 76.
So that'll be
That'll be
a good
entertaining.
game. It'll be a good game. Be interesting to see how that
Entertain
goes.
us.
So that's where we'll be next Friday night, watching that.
Yep.
So anybody wants to come on.
Yeah,
Let's make
let's
a
go.
party.
Let's
Since
go.
the Eagles are off. We're going to go ahead and do some stats and stuff before we get Coach on. We started a little early today.
A little bit.
People have some obligations they got to get to. Allen has 21 first downs, McKinney 18. And I talked to Hargis during the week, and he surprised me because he said they are now a passing team. I was like, McKinney, a passing team? I was like, what in the world? And boy, sure enough, they come
Yes, they
out
did.
and 4
And they-
wide, 5 wide.
And they were open, too.
Yeah. They had fairly good protection for their quarterback.
At times,
Yeah.
you know, at
To
times.
begin
At
with.
the beginning,
At the
and they
beginning,
started
sure.
work.
Last
You know,
three quarters.
there weren't a lot of kids on that team, which I was a little.
We counted.
40. I got 45.
I
There
counted
may have been-
46,
there
so
you
it
go.
was somewhere in that number. So it was less than 50.
Yeah,
It's like, where have all the football
Wow,
players
yeah.
for McKinney gone?
I know.
They're in the stands looking like.
Well, they haven't moved to Plano West.
No, they have not.
But yeah, I find that very interesting that they had so few players.
Yeah.
You're like, well, where are they all at? So we'll see.
Is it a shakeout or I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
they had coaching.
Well, they couldn't find
coaching
parking.
change.
They couldn't find parking.
Oh,
Couldn't
yeah,
find
yeah.
parking. Couldn't
Yeah.
get in.
Allen has 396 total yards, 233 passing, 163 rushing. Bricker goes 15 for 23, a little lower percentage than normal for him.
65-2-2. That's not bad.
You know, he
Not bad.
the good thing that I saw last night was
But the BEC,
BEBC play was one of them. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
claimed to play, so
Well,
we have that.
we
So
did.
coaches that are listening, Houston Patterson, we found our play.
Yeah.
But the deep ball, he was on last night.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
He was not horribly overthrowing them and
Yep.
laid some really beautiful arcs and right on the money.
it was fantastic to see, and you know, it's really cool when that happens because when you go vertical, you can score a lot of points. And
Yeah.
It's amazing what happens.
Yeah.
yeah, it just gets you out of so many holes too because you
Yeah.
change field position so fast. So the vertical was very, very nice last night because he had
Yeah.
15 completions for 233 yards.
Yeah, and that first big TD to Donnell, that was beautiful.
We'll get into that when we get to the
Yeah.
play there. He
Yeah.
had several nice throws last night. Rushing,
Oh, yeah.
163 rushing. You know, it's the same story, and I love Cody's description of Lyndon Sprigg last night, who led the team with 83 yards.
Yeah.
And there was a run going into the north end zone. He didn't score on this play, and I don't remember how many yards he got, but he probably got 8, 9, 10 yards, but he was all over the place.
Yeah.
And Cody goes, he's playing Frogger
Exactly.
out there.
Exactly. 'Cause you see him go up.
Going left and right as much as he was going
He's got
forward.
great vision.
He's got
Great
does.
vision.
Well, he just keeps moving his legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like,
And I thought that was a touchdown.
I thought it
You know,
was.
it was short.
Well, that dude, those.
Well, I thought the touchdown going to the south should have been a
Every
touchdown.
time that ball hit the ground, or and I watched. I got pretty specific. I was making sure, and that crew would always back it up a yard, no matter
At
what.
least.
everybody
At least.
watching this is Riley. Riley. Hey, Riley. Say hello to everybody.
Hi, Riley.
Hello, Riley. Come here, Riley. You're going to be a star today. There's Riley. So, a good rushing night as well. You averaged over 4 yards a rush, over 9 yards a pass. You can win a lot of games. Only one turnover, which was really just a throwaway at the end of the first half.
Right. Inconsequential.
McKinney, on the other hand, 280 yards total, 211 passing.
Yep.
As Harvey
They're a
said, they
passing
turned into
team.
a passing team. They threw the ball 45 times.
Ooh.
And let's be honest, that 280 was a lot of that was accrued in the
Run after catch.
I was thinking fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Well, it was basically their 2 scoring drives.
Yeah.
Is the majority, and you'll see because I went through this morning and marked some stuff up.
Yep.
I think we'll get through.
Bottom
it.
line, what I was saying is the defense had a nice night.
Their first 4 or 5 possessions they punted every time. So that
Well,
makes
they McKinney did find a gap in our defense where he pushed them all out, and then he just took off running right up the middle.
Well, and I think that may have been one of our sets that we were sitting in because I noticed. Well, they had us all spread out,
right, exactly. He pushed them all out,
and then the line just made a little hole, and the quarterback was like
Yep.
wide open,
You're gone.
running.
15, 20 yards, before any of our safeties or corners can come back in.
Well,
and
when your
converge.
backs are to the quarterback, which
Yeah.
they all were,
Yeah.
it's a catch-22 because we always say look for the ball. See, but sometimes you get caught watching the quarterback, and your guys running back behind you. Well, this time they had their backs to him, and he had the gap up the middle.
What was that, a 35-yard run he had pretty much untouched all the way up the middle into the end zone?
That run, believe it or not, was only 22. But when he started back, it was. But they only ended up with 69 rushing yards. So
Yeah.
it's not like on 25 carries.
Yep.
And
They were negative for a while.
Yeah, they were just barely into double digits around halftime.
Here you go. I went through the end of the first quarter. They had -3 yards of total offense. I went through and did that, and they
Way to go, defense.
yeah, it was crazy. And at halftime, and it was due to the one the one drive that they had to score on. They had 96 yards of total offense. So, and that drive was 75 yards. So before that drive, they had 21 yards of total offense.
Wow.
So again, this defense. I didn't even notice y'all did that. It's very confusing. You got an Eagle jersey and a Forney helmet on Skelly with a screwdriver through his mouth. What the heck?
It's holding his head up.
Yeah.
Well, that's how he died.
That's
Look on the handle of that screwdriver and it says North Forney.
oh my gosh, unbelievable. So Jeremiah Dowd, 25 of 45, 55%. He had one touchdown pass on the night, and
Almost an INT there.
Yeah.
Once or twice.
we were talking last night after the game. I was looking at the box score. They only averaged 4.69 yards per pass, and so Allen, unlike McKinney, did a very good job of keeping everything in front of him.
Yeah.
He completed 25 passes, but I mean,
Yeah, how was that pass play that the guy ran with it for like 4 yards, an incomplete pass?
oh
man.
I guess they said he was.
He must have been
juggling it.
bubbling it. I'll
He wasn't they hit it right
fighting
here.
for it.
They were fighting
Okay.
for it, but
We'll show that. We'll show that in the
got the
highlight,
highlights. We'll
video.
see.
I got that one specifically.
What's the
so
quarterback's
we're
name?
good.
His name was
it Jeremiah Dowd? Daoud.
I got his autobiography.
Yeah.
It's called Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
You know, we discussed that last night because I think, and this is kudos to Bricker.
Bricker will stand in there and take a hit. He'll put his shoulder down and run somebody over.
Well, it was nice seeing him with a little bit more of a approval or go ahead to run.
Yeah.
This week, so that was nice.
Take that.
Sorry, that was Coach texting. He wants a 5-minute delay on the call, so we'll call him in 10 minutes rather than 5.
Who's he firing?
There's no business like show. He's
well,
fired
that's
us.
what we'll ask him. Coach, you delayed 5 minutes. Who'd you fire?
He may have had to pull a Nolan in the.
So, yeah, we were talking about that last night. How and it's been every game that we've played so far, which is 5 games now. That, and again, I know quarterbacks want to save themselves, but Brady will not. Rarely will Brady slide. Mm-hmm. Brady's going to take somebody on. He's going to get the extra yard. Every quarterback we've played has been
don't touch me.
Has been that series diary of. I'm
Right.
not going to say they're wimpy kids. I know they're trying to preserve themselves in that, but it's good to see a kid that'll put his head down.
It gives sliders a whole
Well, I
new
mean,
meaning.
and Brady's a big kid. Don't you know? And that kid last night from McKinney wasn't the biggest, as you know.
Yeah.
He was tall.
He was tall. Well, and that's and our defense hits hard, and I think you could see it.
Yeah, I saw a few of those.
Yeah,
Well, and you saw it with that poor running back number 2.
dude,
Oh
he
my
got
gosh.
picked. That
A buck and a quarter
he must have
sopping
been
wet.
4'2", I think.
Oh no! But he
Surprised he shot his spleen.
he had some
He was quick.
he had some
He
guts.
was quick, but boy, once he got
nailed a couple
he
times.
got
Bad.
hammered. There was that one where he was favoring that leg after.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, we saw that a couple times. So the Eagles moved to 3-0 in district play, and rather than go through play-by-play because we got a few minutes here, let's talk about around the district last night.
Yeah.
Which I have somewhere right here. Rock Hill beat Plano West
Way to go, Rock Hill.
24-21. They score a late touchdown to win that game. Plano West almost got a win.
Yep. And what did we say? Plano West plays Princeton next week, or
Plano West
Plano
plays Plano next week.
Okay. I think they're going to have
researched
trouble.
Yeah. Prosper. Plano East finally loses a game. Yeah. Sorry, Professor Diggs, even though you predicted it. Prosper beats Plano East 42-16.
Was that in Prosper?
That was in Kimbrough. In Plano.
Kimbrough. Well,
And then here's a kicker. This tells you something about Princeton here. Plano beats Princeton last night 59-35. So
Plano West may get a win.
Plano has no defense.
Plano West may get a win there.
May.
over who? Princeton?
Princeton.
I don't know. Princeton can put up 35.
I don't know. Yeah, Princeton may score there a lot.
That may be the game of the week.
Plano can't stop anybody. We know that.
So after last night, the district looks like this. Allen's on top at 3-0, 5-0 for the year. Prosper's 2-0, 3-1 for the year. Plano East and Rock Hill are both 2-1 in district. Okay. Plano East is 4-1 on the year. Rock Hill's 3-2. McKinney and McKinney Board are both 1-1. Plano's 1-2, and Princeton and Plano West are all 0-3. And Plano West is the only team that does not have a victory. One interesting thing that if you look at the stats, I like looking at this because it kind of tells you how you've been doing, is the point differential.
Mm-hmm.
Prosper has a point differential of plus 74.
Okay.
Plano East plus 51, even after their big loss last night. Rock Hill 19. McKinney Boyd has a... we talked about them earlier near how many points they scored. They're actually up 17 points. You know, they're plus 17 for the year.
Okay.
And they're 2-2. Plano's plus 18. Plano West is
minus
119.
Minus 119?
Yeah. Oof. And Princeton's minus 53. And I didn't mention Allen because I wanted to go back and
dive into it.
Prosper was plus 74. And I'm looking through all the districts in the area. There's only one other team that has a bigger point differential than Allen. Allen is plus 174
Okay.
in 5 games.
Think maybe we could loan some of them to some of those other teams?
No, we don't need to loan any
No,
points to
we
anybody.
need every point we got. Yeah.
So that's better than North Crowley.
Okay.
It's better than Duncanville.
Yeah.
So who does that leave?
South
DeSoto.
Cliff, DeSoto.
DeSoto. Yep.
Okay.
DeSoto's plus 186. So they're only 12 points behind DeSoto.
Yeah. DeSoto with their French coach.
They're French.
Claude. Oh, my name is Claude.
So next week, Alan has a bye week.
And if he was on fire.
Alan will not lose.
They won't win either, though.
What's that?
They won't win either, though.
They will not.
No, Alan, it's going to be a
We
draw.
don't bring that part up.
As we mentioned, Plano goes to Plano West. I don't know where they're playing. They're probably playing at Clark, I would imagine.
Would imagine.
McKinney
Yes.
plays at Princeton.
Okay.
Rock Hill, it's the Battle of Prosper. Rock Hill goes to Prosper. And then Plano East is at McKinney Boyd. So that's your schedule for next week if you want to take in a district game.
Who's home for Plano West?
Plano West.
That might be over Kimbrough. No, it's Clark.
No, Clark.
It's Clark. Sorry. I was thinking
So there'll be some
all eggs. I was thinking
shuffling. If I looked at that, I would say McKinney, Plano, Prosper, and Plano East all win next week.
Yep.
So we'll see. So right now, your 4 playoff teams, if it ended today, was Allen, Prosper, Plano East, and Rock Hill.
which Rock Hill's a little bit of a surprise.
Well, yeah, they've got one more game than McKinney, though, so that game right there might tell.
It'll even out.
I think that's exactly the way it is
Oh, and Dave Campbell?
in here. Oh, hey, Prosper, Allen, McKinney,
Yep.
Rock Hill.
None of the Plano schools getting in.
Plano
Plano
East
East
at
get
5.
Interesting. That'll be the question mark. What does Plano East
I
do?
don't think McKinney will get in.
We'll see. If you look over at 5-6A, which is who the first round opponent will be in the playoffs, the 4 teams on top are Coppell, Geyer, Braswell, and Louisville, which means as we stand today, Coppell and Louisville would be the Division I teams, and Geyer and Braswell would go D2.
Didn't Marcus played Louisville and beat them, right, last night?
No, Louisville won in overtime.
Won in overtime.
Yep.
Hebron got smoked by Coppell
Yeah.
last night. Braswell beat Little Elm, and then Geyer beat Flower Mound. So we watch that as we
Yeah,
get closer.
we'll keep monitoring. I can't believe
know-
we're already almost halfway through the.
Louisville is only 2-2 on the year. They lost a couple of non-district games, but now they're in district. We'll see how they end up, and we'll go from there. Trying to think what else. We got like 2 minutes before we call coach here.
Riley Spaghetti John, not as advertised.
Mr.
Spaghetti
John. That's what he called him. Hey, baby. He had a hammy issue last night a little
Yeah.
bit. And he kind of tweaked it a little bit, and then he got chippy with Brady.
And
And Brady scored.
that didn't go too well.
Brady, know where the scoreboard is before you start playing.
And I know coaches won't like me doing it.
look
but
over there.
I sent a message to
look
Brady
over there.
right when it happened, and I said, "We approve of that," because I know he was talking smack to you. And I said, "Now the best thing you can do is score." And like 2 plays later,
Score.
he scored. I said, "You just dropped a dime, perfect." And he messaged me back. He said, "Yeah." He goes, I got up and I told him he tackled me out of bounds, and he started talking smack. And he goes, "I scoreboarded him." So I sent him a message back and said, "Hey, you need to know where the scoreboard is," because he went.
He's pointing toward the first down marker. Anyway,
Well,
we got that play
in our
too, so
stadium. You
watch
can
that.
see the score on both ends.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but it's kind of funny. He pointed and was like, "Oh." So thanks for the laugh, Brady. That was funny. And thanks for throwing a dime.
So you've got that video of that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you ought to play it like repeat.
Staying alive. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that to Saturday Night Fever.
There you go. Oh, that was funny. I got a kick out of that.
Oh, that's great.
I was like, "Oh, Brady."
Hey,
Dude.
kids are going to do what they do, and that was definitely not the worst thing that'll ever happen.
To Brady? Heck no.
Yeah, no.
No, that was very funny. Thanks for giving us entertainment outside of the
Hey,
football.
we appreciate the 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
We're much more forgiving than coaches.
Yeah, we are. We appreciate the fact, because we know you were getting smack talked.
Yeah.
Your 5-star Ohio State commit who's having a bad night. And well, I was telling Cody, I said it's been, I don't know how many years to I can go back and look. McKinney hadn't beaten Allen, and he started playing as a freshman. He's been there.
He's hungry for it. Yeah,
and he's not going to get it. And he's not going to get it. So.
Well, but how many teams over the years with like absolute top 5-star talent, have we played and shut down totally?
Yeah, how many teams and players have we played with top 5-star talent that act like thugs? They don't have any discipline.
Coach, morning,
Coach, how are you?
Oh, I didn't call you a thug.
How are you guys?
we were just talking about thugs, but not you.
So who'd you fire?
Do what?
Well, you had to take an extra 5 minutes. Nolan's thinking you were firing somebody. So.
Yeah, multiple people.
Oh.
Maybe
I'll wait till it comes out in the paper.
No,
there you go.
I was say maybe we should start the conversation there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we certainly don't qualify as a credible news media outlet. So.
Well, not with the first breaking news.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations on another district victory.
Yep, thank you.
Another victory over McKinney, which it always pleases us fans because they are so hungry to beat us. It's crazy.
Yeah. It was a good win. I think they're like you said, hungry to beat Allen, but also coming out of an open week and a first year coach and program. I know that you got to think there was 2 weeks of a lot of stuff. What are we going to be able to do to get over the hump and to be able to maybe have a little edge in a game like this? And I thought our guys played really well.
Yeah, we too. It was one of those games where it seemed it took you a few minutes to get started, but once you did, it was a pretty clean game for the most part.
Yeah.
And a lot
it was kind of a tale of two different scenarios in my mind. Our defensively we came out and we played really, really well early. We had first 4 possessions, 3 and outs. Offense was just couldn't get our footing, and then it kind of flipped. Then they got some momentum offensively, and we couldn't get back off the field the same rate. And then offense was able to get something going and score 6 consecutive drives, other than a 40-second drive before the half. So I thought it was all 3 phases kind of feeding off each other, and what you have to be able to do to win big games. Not that was who we would face if we were able to make a run in the playoffs or get in the playoffs and those things, but they are a credible opponent for sure.
Yeah, and we'd had some discussions before the game, and we're told that McKinney is now a passing team, and with some D1 talent there, you guys kept it in front of you. And
yeah, we did. That was good. They do want to throw the ball. They probably to a fault at times, but that is what they want to hang their hat on is that ability to, or that desire at least, to throw the ball and spray it around. And I agree. I thought we did a good job. As every team, you break down here or there, but they weren't catastrophic. They got the quarterback draw on us that got them in the touchdown in the end zone there early, or not early in the game, but I guess it was probably that 5th possession. But other than that, played pretty sound the entire game defensively.
Yeah. So you mentioned that getting the quarterback draw there. Was that more of their offensive scheme being able to kind of spread us out and blow our coverage kind of back a little bit further?
Yeah.
Or what was going on there?
As a general statement, and again, if you have a dual threat quarterback, that's tough. Theirs wasn't. That's not the world they're in. He doesn't run. That was an accident. I don't even know that he wanted to run that ball. It was one of those things that he's like, good night, I can jog here into the end zone. I might as well go ahead and go type deal. But when you have a guy that can spread out and throw, and you're conscious on having to find a way to to cover up receivers and to take away stuff and all that, then it's tough to stop that, and also a quarterback who can run. So when you say scheme, I think it would fall into it was scheme of the fact that they want to throw the ball, and they hang their hat on throwing the ball, and we were really working to stop the pass, and it just so happened that we'd stopped the pass so well that he was able to run.
Yeah.
It's we've talked about this with you before. When you can make a team one-dimensional. Which
tough.
Hargis had told me earlier in the week that they were a passing team, and I kind of was like, really? Because McKinney's never been known for that. But to hold them down on when their quarterback is their leading rusher, and like you say, that was probably accidental. It makes it a lot easier to defend.
Yeah, no doubt, and I'm sure they're going to get better. But when you look at what they do, and they are a passing team, there's other ones that you've seen that you're like, you're really, really fearful of. There's what you're fearful of is are they going to be able to complete a lot of the short stuff and make some people miss in the open field, or get some, be able to go fast tempo and just spraying it around. It wasn't that you're overly concerned with their drop back passing game at all. It's not. Right. It's not that. It was more of are we able to, like you said, really they threw quite a few of those bubbles and fast screens and stuff like that, and we came up and tackled well in the open field. That was going to be key to start the game, which we did a great job of.
We don't, and I know you don't like to single out people because it's a team game, but we do, and Donnell had a really good game last night, and between great route running and his toughness on the one catch where he just got absolutely blown up, when he caught it. You want to speak about him for just a second?
I will. The best play of the night for him was we had a third and 4 or 5 probably, and we ran a little play and threw a mesh route to Josiah Johnson, and Donnell was on a route over the ball, and he, as soon as he saw the ball thrown, he immediately stuck a foot, redirected, and that was, to me, his best play of the night. It's something that we take a lot of pride in is how you play without the ball, and that was it wasn't the ball was thrown, let me now decide, okay, I didn't get it, and figure out what to do. It was, as a receiver, it doesn't matter how big of a team player you are. You're running a route, you're hoping you get the ball, right? And it was, that just impressed me with his mentality and his selfishness of literally the second it was thrown, he redirected and was looking to make a big impactful block down the field. But yeah, he last week he put up some good numbers, but the two games don't compare. This game was by far a better game for him from start to finish. And every, like you said, in route running, tough catches, but even just his complete game. It was a really good game for him.
Yeah, it's been a complicated week, I guess, and I don't know if this would be an appropriate time to talk about it at all. But he and the family are in our prayers. Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah, there's multiple. He and a couple other, three others in our program. But
okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, you get an off week. And so, what are you going to do all week, Coach?
Well, we're gonna get the kids the week off. Tell them we'll see them sometime next week. And we'll around, and we'll start to immediately work on the things that we've got to improve on ourselves first. But then we'll turn our focus onto attention moving forward. You're at the halfway point. In a 9-team district, you get your open week is random, right? It's whatever you draw, and it just so happened that we pulled the one that's right smack dab in the middle. And pleased with the first 5 games. It's been neat to in all 5 of them being able to get kids in that may not get in some other games moving forward. So that's been good for them. been good for us to, continue to see people on film and see, is there competition that we're not giving love to, or is someone stepping up? And we want to continue to create that this week of our open week, and hope that honestly hope that somebody that starts gets beat out, because we know that makes us better on the home stretch. So we'll be competitive, and we'll work on us, and then flip the script and get ready for the back end of district play after that.
Sounds great. Yeah, the back end is going to be maybe a little bit more challenging than the front end was as far as district opponents. But
you certainly have the Biggie mixed in there, and McKinney will be a playoff team for sure. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. Prosper is the. They've won the district the last 2 years, and I think that from all indications they're every bit of what they've been. So them looming out there is certainly that. But again, we don't think about them any more than we thought about McKinney 2 weeks ago. It's right now it's about us, and it's about finding a way to do some things that we've got to improve upon, and we have a big week of we do a teacher appreciation breakfast this week, which is a biggie. Our kids will show up at 6 a.m. on Friday morning, start cooking and wrapping some breakfast tacos up and cutting up some fruit, and just doing their way, or having their way of serving the staff up at the high school. So that's always a fun week for them, and a great way to honor the teachers that do so much for them.
Are you seriously going to let those boys play with knives?
Well, that group is all group. We put them in all groups in it, but that one is certainly the first one that we assign. There's certain ones we would not put on that station.
Okay, I was just making sure there.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys doing that, and also continuing the Reading with the Eagles program. That's I love seeing that and seeing some of the reactions of the kids. It's impacting.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. It's awesome.
All right, Coach. You went 2-3 last week.
Do better.
Yeah. You come off a 5-0 week and drop to 2-3. I'm gonna when we get done here, I'll send you the standings just so you can see. I moved a game ahead of you because I was just one game better last week. So.
So of course, now you're wanting to send it. I got you.
I want to keep you motivated to do better.
That's right. Yeah.
So, and actually, these games this week are actually tough picks. I had to think really hard on mine, and I know Hargis and Cumnock did the same. First game is Illinois at Penn State. 2 ranked teams.
I'll take Penn State.
All right.
I know Illinois came off a big win last week, but I'll take Penn State.
They are at home. That's a fun place. Here you go. Arkansas travels to A&M.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game.
Cowboy Stadium.
Well, A&M's a home team, but okay.
I'm going to take A&M.
Woo! Nolan just might have given you a some sort of gesture. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can watch the podcast and see what he did.
I didn't do that.
Louisville goes to Notre Dame. See, these aren't easy.
Man.
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
I haven't seen either of them play it down. Maybe in the last 5 years of my life combined. But but I do. The old Texas Tech quarterback Tyler Shuck is at Louisville, and I just as a person really like him, but like his approach to the game. And I'm going to be rooting for them, so I will take them to beat Notre Dame.
Okay. Awesome. Here's another tough game for two teams that came off what I would call disappointing losses last week. Oklahoma State goes to Kansas State.
Yeah, I'll take Kansas State.
They actually got blown out by BYU last week.
They did. They did. That's gonna be a big game, a Big 12 race too. But
and that's one of the games you missed last week, by the way, K-State BYU. So.
Yeah,
just
I bet a lot of people did.
Yeah.
You didn't pick BYU, did you?
I did pick BYU.
Kind of like that Arkansas.
I like them at home.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, game of the week. Georgia Southern at Georgia State.
God.
No, I'm
Are
kidding.
you
I'm
serious?
kidding. It's Georgia and Alabama.
Yes, okay. All right. Yeah. Man.
Must-watch
time did they
TV
play?
right here.
At Alabama, it's at Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
First time in 15 years Alabama's the underdog at home?
Since the first year that Saban was there.
Yeah.
15 years.
Yep.
Wow. How many straight games has Georgia won? Is it a lot?
Well, no, because they lost last year in the championship
Yeah,
game.
that's
Yeah.
right.
In
That's
the
right.
SEC
So
championship.
they're at 3 or so, yeah. Man. I mean, yeah. I'm going to take Alabama.
That'll boy. There you go. Good job. I picked them too. So.
And yet you picked A&M.
He's not bitter or anything, Coach.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congrats on another win. We appreciate your time as always. We are headed to Melissa at Lovejoy Friday night. So
Okay.
if you're bored, come hang with us.
Lovejoy. Yeah, we'll actually be out on the road ourselves. You know, we again, our district being a 9-team, we're the only team that's off. So we'll take advantage of that time to see some people that we can face down the road.
There you go.
But y'all enjoy that one. That should be a good game.
Yeah,
We'll say hi to Todd for you.
Yeah, please.
like he'll let us get close to him.
I want to know what coach is going to go scout Plano West.
Yeah. Well, those assignments haven't been doled out either.
It might have been the guys that got fired.
A good political call.
All right, Coach. Have a good week.
Y'all have a great week as well. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hey, coach.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.
How'd you like that Georgia Southern, Georgia State?
You had him. You had him going there.
He's like, surely not.
Are you serious?
They're actually playing.
This last one is a hard one.
He'd have been like, what the heck?
Sell it, Mark. Sell it.
I kind of liked him until today.
It's all right. Next week will be a whole different matter.
That's right. He may pick Arkansas next
Who's
week.
Arkansas
You'll
playing
just see
next
how
week?
smart he is after you lose.
Tennessee.
Oh,
Don't matter.
Don't matter. Sorry, Nolan.
Don't matter. All right, let's run through this game real quick. Allen gets the ball, go 5 plays. They go nowhere. We punt. You know, this is a
Punt,
Ethan
punt,
had
punt,
a busy
punt.
night for Allen.
He did.
So
He did okay.
he punts.
Better than last week.
As Coach said, they had, McKinney had their first 4 drives. They punted on all of them. Like he said, they had the first 3 were all 3 and outs. So they punt. Well, we punt. They punt. We get the ball. We punt again. They punt.
Riveting.
Isn't it great? First quarter's like, and so
The first half went by fast.
yeah. If you remember, on their second drive, they had a intentional grounding, which put them back to the 6-yard line or something like that. And I said, we finally flipped field position.
Yeah,
And then the guy gets a 60-yard punt, because Donnell can't get to it and it rolls by.
Yeah.
And so you're like,
Well, I'm glad he didn't get to it because
well, you
Yeah.
don't want him to fumble it.
But they stopped him, and so eventually we kind of did get the field advantage.
Yeah. So Allen goes 15 plays, 83 yards into the second quarter, and they get a field goal. They get down to the 11-yard line, and then Ethan gets a 28-yard field goal. And kudos to Ethan. Every kickoff last night was in the end zone. And
or right at
Except
it.
for one.
except for one, no, that wasn't him. The last one, that was the other kicker.
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah, Ethan's been doing a great job, and
Very consistent.
was awesome.
If you're a kicker, that's the
Yep.
key.
McKinney gets the ball back, goes 6 plays, 4 yards. At this point, after we're in the second quarter, they now have 10 yards of total offense. As I said, it's just
Barn burner.
amazing. They punt, and then Allen gets it rolling. They go 5 plays, 69 yards. They get a touchdown on a 52-yard pass to Donnell, which I was losing my mind on because, 2 seconds after the ball snapped,
He's yelling. Mark is over here. He's open. He's wide open. He's wide open.
Throw the ball. I don't know what was going on with McKinney's defense, but it was like the parting of the Red Sea.
Two safeties.
Brain fart.
And Donnell runs right between them, and one, you said
stopped and turned around.
Because at this point, I'm screaming, he's open, because he was open
10
yards down the field. They just both stopped, and I knew, and I could tell. I was like, Brady. I started looking at Brady. He's like, throw the ball.
Don't overthrow.
And like someone said, yeah, they were waiting until he could. So he didn't overthrow it. He was going to throw as far as he could, and he almost did overthrow it.
He almost did. But
He's open deep. Wow. He couldn't have been more open. And the defender's like going, where'd he go? Watched him go by.
that was beautiful.
Donnell
pass.
catches it, goes 52 yards for a touchdown. Allen's up 10-0. You're like, super. McKinney gets the ball back. 3 and out. Defense playing good. At this point, they have 11 yards.
That's how we like it.
Allen goes 8 plays, 56 yards. They have 4th and 4 at the McKinney 39, and they go for it. And I'm not going to say this was a prayer, but it kind of looked like it. Brady throws a pass to Carter Harris.
Mm-hmm. It was a chili dipper lollipop.
Carter goes up between two. I thought it was going to be picked.
Yeah.
I thought he overthrew him. Carter goes up.
Gets it.
Down.
Pulls it down for a
catch.
35-yard catch to the 4-yard line.
It's offside. It's okay.
And, we met Carter's parents last night.
Mm-hmm.
That was Doug and Sarah. Had a great conversation with them.
Yep.
Doug's a listener. Thanks for listening. We appreciate that. Thanks for the story about your Iowa friends who think this is just so Texas of us to be doing something like this, which we thought was pretty funny. Carter makes a catch. Linden scores on a 1-yard touchdown run, and it's now 17-0. And you're like, okay. The offense has started clicking. Like Coach said, look, speaking of Carter Harris, that's him right there.
There you go.
Boy, that was weird. You start talking about somebody and he texts you.
Hey, under the couch over there?
Yeah. I was like,
Hello.
That's like
Algorithms.
We're not live.
No. So they go up 17-0, and like Coach said, they scored on 6 straight possessions. You don't realize that, I guess, at the time, but boom, 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 boom. McKinney gets their first touchdown of the game. They go 14 plays, 75 yards, and the aforementioned, as Coach talked about, he called it a quarterback draw. I just think it was a pass.
Wide
to
open
me.
space, yeah.
I don't think it was
Well,
a draw.
he scrambled. He
had-
scrambled, and
he
there was
had
nobody there.
Parting of the Red Sea. All the
Yeah.
defenders had their back to him. By the time they turned
He
around,
took off.
They
scores
couldn't
on
adjust. Yeah.
22-yard run to make it 17-7.
Well, he was really confident he wouldn't get touched there. So
Yeah,
he's safe to go.
So he ran the whole way.
He didn't.
He did not. Allen gets to the 47-yard line, their own 47, to end the half, and Brady throws a Hail Mary.
in.
And I mentioned this to these guys. Y'all probably didn't hear me talking, but there's no time left on the clock. And if y'all remember that play, the DB intercepted it, and then he falls down. And I'm like, dude.
Well, we got to back up to the start of this play, or the play before, where we go to spike it, and they haven't set the ball yet, and they start the clock and run 8 seconds off.
The play before Linden, play before Linden goes 7 yards he didn't go out of bounds. He got a first down.
Mm-hmm.
Stops the
Clock stops, and it's supposed to restart when the ball is set.
Right.
You look up, and when he went out of bounds, when he got tackled, there were 17 seconds on the clock.
That's home cooking.
The clock operator
Kept it running.
and they lost 8 seconds.
Well, so there was some
Until the
false
ball was set,
setting
and then
of the
stopped
ball where he put it in the wrong spot, so he had to go back and pick it up and move it, and the clock ran after that first false set.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is the refs should have corrected
Yes,
and had the
they
clock
should have.
reset.
Well,
put more time on
that
the
crew
clock.
didn't. There wasn't much that crew did right last night.
I think they
No.
were cross-eyed, and that's why they were getting the ball a yard behind
the
every
two
time.
line judges were not in sync, at least in the first half.
Yeah.
Well,
One would mark it on the
swapped.
46, the other one was at the 47. The guy on our side tended to mark it where he was.
The headlines.
Bulldogs.
Yeah.
But it was just, they were marking it in the wrong spot, as we have video to prove, but they just couldn't get in sync. And you're like, come on, guys.
No, it was always to our disadvantage. It wasn't like it was. McKinney's spots seemed pretty good throughout. Ours were
The gate closed.
consistently a yard short of where we ended up. It was pretty bad.
Yeah. So, I thought you said you had to leave at 10.
Yeah, okay, I can go. I can wait.
Hey, we'll be done by then. So he gets intercepted at the end of the half. McKinney gets the ball to start the second half. They go for it on 4th and 5 at the 30. Incomplete pass. Allen takes over, goes 7 plays, 70 yards. On what we've adopted as the BEBC play, which was a Josiah Johnson comes in motion. They fake the handoff to him. He runs out to the flat. Brady hits him. So it looked just like a Steve Sarkisian play.
Beautiful.
That's why I turned to Cody and said, that is a Texas play over and over. They get to 10 yards. They go up 24-7. McKinney gets the ball. They go 12 plays, 38 yards. They complete a pass to Bickham, and it was an in route, and he got by the defender, but he turned to catch the ball, and when he turned around, Mitchell knew,
Bam!
was waiting for him, and just blew him up.
Mitchell may have it.
Here my Downs pass complete to Christian McIntosh. Stop made by Mitchell New.
He fumbled. I couldn't see who recovered, but Allen recovers. They take over.
After a long discussion,
Yeah.
Allen took over.
10 play, but the thing about that was the
prime
line
example.
judge on our side, I saw him. He threw the beanbag.
Yeah.
The minute it happened.
okay.
To mark
So,
it, yep.
Yeah, to mark it. So he saw it. Allen goes 10 plays, 63 yards, highlighted by a Lyndon Spriggs 25-yard run. Jaden Hamrick finishes off with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Go, 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 go!
McKinney gets the ball back. They end up punting again. Allen on the next series goes 6 plays, 53 yards. This is where we had the taunting penalty on Brady. Did we already talk about that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. And,
So
and
great.
so we had the video in there, we had the video in here,
Yeah,
whatever.
But the pass to Donnell, I mean, perfectly thrown ball, where only Donnell could get it. He had to go up and get it, and he was in that run on the side of the end zone. He had to get his foot down.
And he stabbed it.
Yeah.
Man, he stabbed that foot
poked it down hard.
Bam!
That was that. And so
Yeah.
they go up 38-7. McKinney goes 19 plays, 80 yards, gets their second touchdown of the night. On a pass interference call on 4th down, it gets McKinney down to the 2-yard line.
Wasn't a
3-yard
catchable
line.
ball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the way over. the
10
head.
yards over the head. Yeah.
Nobody ran a route over to that part of the end
And
zone.
the receiver ran into the defender. It wasn't like he was holding him.
Right.
Yeah. Makes it 38-14. That's where it ends up, and
By 24.
by 24, which no one predicted. So there you go.
He's hanging his
If y'all are needing
Arkansas hat
college
on.
picks today, call Nolan. He'll get them for you.
Yeah,
He's on his point.
he'll have you pick Arkansas.
Stanford Steve just did.
Who did?
Stanford Steve did.
Is that the
stats man.
Yeah, that's bad. He's not very good.
Let's see when he picks Texas.
That line on the Texas game is like 36 points. It's like, ooh,
It's tough.
Against?
Mississippi State.
Yeah, they'll probably make that.
They probably will. Mississippi State was awful last week. They lost by 27 to Florida, so at home.
Well, and yours is still out, and you'd think, okay, you're gonna go down in quality.
Yeah, but you know what?
You're not
No.
dropping much.
This is where you show very comfortable in what's going on.
You do.
But I just, you hate to see yours not playing, but I love seeing Arch play.
Yeah.
It's so entertaining.
Make sure he's good for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun to see Texas playing well. I mean, for those of us that are Texas fans, those of you who don't like Texas. it's a
You've
little
been through a little bit of a drought.
Yeah. So that'll be fun to watch. Big game today is that Georgia-Alabama game at 6:30 tonight.
Yeah.
It's must-watch TV, so good luck to whoever wins that. Go Bama. Roll Tide. I just can't stand Georgia.
I can't either.
So, not that I'm a big Bama fan, but we'll see.
Well, and when our good friend is a Georgia Tech fan, it's
Well, Chris Cumnock is a big Alabama fan, so
yeah. Well, and that helps too.
yeah. So,
So we got no love for Georgia. Sorry.
congrats to the Eagles on another victory, 5-0 on the season. Happy? Everybody happy?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody like where this team's trending?
Happy.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of contribution from a bunch of different kids,
Yeah.
and even though we don't say your names, we see you out there.
Yeah,
it's,
next-
it's
Glad to
impressive.
get to know some of them.
Yeah, in 2
Yeah.
weeks, we got Princeton. Should see a lot of people play that week.
That game was initially supposed to be at Princeton,
Yeah.
and they changed it.
Well, they had to.
Smart.
They had to.
Had
Got to
to.
figure something out there.
We may never play at Princeton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The BEBC players of the game on the offense is
Don LG.
Don LG. Defense again.
We tried to not give it to him, but he's
Making it hard.
He took it. Number one, Mitchell New.
Mitchell New. So congrats to Mitchell again. That's 2 weeks in a row for you.
Yep. Our awards mean nothing.
Yep.
But we love you, man.
Here's a cookie.
Take that sticker and
Yeah, we need to get BEB
we
stickers
need-
for the helmets. Or put them on their lockers. You know what? We should give them magnets. They can stick them on their lockers.
oh, that's a good idea.
I mean, I've got magnets. There's no
think
reason we
they're
shouldn't do
low.
that.
It should say offensive
Jane-
and defensive player of the
We
week.
can take
though.
them Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take them up there Monday.
Let me find them and I'll give them to you.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah,
So there we go.
perfect.
So
It's a plan.
I'm not sure if we're doing a podcast next week or not. Maybe we should just talk about Melissa and
Yeah.
and we can talk. We need to talk about Coach about week prep for Princeton. We can make it. It'll be shorter, but yeah, that'll be fine. So, anything else, fellas?
Think we get Todd Dodge on?
Well, we know Jim Bob, and that'd be the lead in.
That'd be the perfect person to talk to. And
Yeah, I don't know. Todd may frown. And tell him we want to talk about Westlake and Allen.
okay.
Why?
All right.
Hey, maybe it'll encourage him to be on.
History.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want the truth behind it.
So we
how
know
happened.
that you had Westerberg's number. How really bad did you have his number? It's like what,
Yeah,
what's
'cause we
going
can
on?
talk
there?
about South Lake Allen. There's a lot of history
And
to talk
then
about.
we have to follow that up by giving Tom equal and opposite time.
He's got time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, folks, we
Kinda like
appreciate
Yes, exactly.
we appreciate you listening. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button below. Also, remember to subscribe to the Old Coach YouTube channel so you can listen to the games.
Let's subscribe to us first.
Yeah, subscribe to us first before you hit him. Thank you. Whatever. So until next week, it is over and we are out.
Oh, there you go! Hello! 31.